And go.
Welcome to Tomb Raiders. I'm William. I have my brother, the other part, the S to the Raider, Wilson.
Hi.
And we are doing the second part to our much anticipated, long awaited TV ranking.
That no one asked for.
No, I am someone that asked for it. Right, and before we start looking at this, because the last time we did a podcast, we did Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Where we pretty much disagreed with how good it was, but somehow still managed to end up with the exact same score. That we have to do this now because we have to do Civil War in
a week's
time.
So
yeah.
this comes out.
So I've heard a little bit of news about Civil War because some people have seen it already.
Yeah.
Have I talked to you about this?
No. All I've heard is good stuff from it. That's all.
What I've heard is that there's more Spider-Man than you think.
Cool.
Because I thought
it might just have been a cameo and that's it.
It won't be a cameo, but it'll be like 10 minutes or won't be a lot, but apparently there's more Spider-Man. Are you happy with? Do you like the suit?
I'm fine with it. But it does feel a little bit too cartoonish.
I agree with you, actually. I think the rest of those characters in the Avengers, they all look more mature. And I know that's stupid because we have the Vision who's got a yellow,
yeah, I know,
silvery cape.
I think it's more of a case of out of from the trailer we see.
Yeah.
Like if you look at they all look, well, should I say practical?
Yeah, you're right. They all look
practical. Even Captain America, even though he's wearing blue, he's still wearing the navy blue. He's not like bright blue.
Not like in the Avengers 1.
Yeah.
That terrible, terrible Captain America's costume.
It wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
Well, I think it was fine since at the same time it was an early product and it was set like in World War.
No, that one's fine. I'm saying Avengers 1.
Oh, Avengers 1.
Yeah, that was... No, yeah, I like the one in World War 2. I hate the one in the Avengers.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay. I still miss your mate, previous Spider-Man. Just forgot his name. Do you remember his name?
Are you talking about Toby?
No.
No?
The one after Tobey Maguire.
Oh.
God, I've just forgotten his name. I'm having a senior moment.
Sorry, you've forgotten because it has called...
Emma Stone's boyfriend.
Yeah.
There you go. Him.
Who also...
Andrew Garfield. There we go.
I was actually trying to think of the cat.
Okay, so I beat you to it by half a second. So I would still prefer to have him in it. Because I like those two movies. Even though people really didn't like the second one.
I think
it was fine.
The second one had the same problem as the first Spider-Man movie. I think there's too many things going on.
I don't know. I just liked it. I liked it. So
like the first Amazing Spider-Man, I thought that was fine because it was quite focused. But anyway, regardless, that's not what we're here to
Okay, that's not what we're talking about. It was just gone forever.
We have just spent like 4 minutes talking about this.
Okay, let's continue. So last time we left off, we had... we've just finished talking about Lucifer.
Yep.
And so do you want my rating? Number 5, is it?
Yeah, we're now on number 5.
So for number 5, I had Daredevil.
No, well, I can tell you you're wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, am I?
No, you're wrong. So
Okay.
we have, as previous stated, this is the definitive.
Average. Yeah, the definitive. Fine. Yep.
So in other words, you are wrong.
Okay. So what was number 5?
Number 5 is Jessica Jones.
And what did you have
I
as
didn't
number
vote.
5?
Oh, what did I have as number 5? Let me see, since no one followed my average.
Okay.
I had Agent S.H.I.E.L.D., which we already covered quite a while ago.
Okay, so basically we're both wrong.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, you know.
The ranking we've come up with disagreeing with ourselves.
Yep.
Anyway, so what do you think of Jessica Jones?
Never saw it.
I had 90 for Jessica Jones.
And
I gave it a really high score.
Oh wait, I did vote for it. Did I? Did I not?
I don't know. It's the 5th one on your list.
Oh, I did. I
Okay.
So I must have then.
Okay, so what did you give it?
I gave it a 70.
I gave it 90. So, the characters, I'll go first. So, I think the characters are fine, but a lot of it doesn't make sense. Because the Purple Man, he is so powerful. It doesn't make sense that they can take him down eventually. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense that they've had so many opportunities just to kill him through a window, but they don't really take the shot. Having said that, I think the baddies is good. I think everyone's good in it.
Well, it is David Tennant who was like Doctor Who.
It is David Tennant, but did you think Jessica Jones was more or less gruesome than Daredevil, seeing as how they're both Netflix Marvel series?
I never really saw Daredevil though.
Really?
Yeah, so I can't really tell you.
I feel like the violence in Jessica Jones is more. You wince more, especially when that
It's more
doctor.
cringy.
Yeah, when that doctor stabbed him in the eye with the needle
Right.
to save his life.
Okay.
Horrible. You saw that, didn't you?
No.
Really? Yeah, that was part of the story. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Yes, I did. You're talking about Luke Cage.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a concussion and they needed to administer some sort of cure.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay.
You had to literally turn away. I remember.
I had to. It was so. I can't deal with anything that's going near my eye. I can't deal with a finger near my eye. Never mind a needle.
And that's probably why not.
I can't put contact lenses on.
Neither can I.
Precisely. So how am I going to deal with like a needle?
That reminds me. I knew someone in university.
Oh no! I don't want to hear anymore.
Really?
Let's move on. Okay, the story's decent, but not really funny. It's not funny. It's just.
Dark.
It's not that dark either. It's just ongoing. There's a lot of sex in it. So much sex.
Okay.
Which makes me feel very uncomfortable because I don't like sex scenes.
Yeah.
Just so many.
Okay.
Oh, she's with Luke Cage, and then she's with the Purple Man, and then there's the what's his face the fake Captain America with his friend who takes the pills. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Well, there's a character in it who I've forgotten his name, but his backstory in the comic books is that they tried to recreate the super soldier serum like you do, but something went wrong because it always does, and you end up with that guy, and he takes pills, so he might take a red pill and it'll make him angry or whatever, so he's in it. I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
Trinity's in it, which is weird. Whenever I see her
From Blade.
from The Matrix, she's a lawyer. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a lesbian relationship.
Right.
There's 2 lesbians. There's so many lesbians in this series, which is fine. I've got nothing against lesbians, by the way. But there's just so much lesbians and sex and rapes. Oh, so many rapes.
Right. Okay.
Not for kids, but I think we should move on because I feel like I'm the only one talking because you haven't seen a lot of it.
Yeah, I've only seen bits and
But
pieces.
you don't. It doesn't seem like you want to watch it either. Whenever
I watch it every now and again.
okay, but you're not an avid
Follower.
follower. Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say not an avid watcher. Whatever that is. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Can you guess what's next?
Oh, what's the average score, by the way?
The average score for Jessica Jones was 80.
80.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what am I looking for now?
Your rank 4?
My rank 4th.
Yeah.
I had Agent Carter.
For rank 4, I had Lucifer, but this is for rank 4.
The real rank 4.
The real rank 4 is Daredevil.
It is Daredevil, which I have.
At 5th.
Okay, so not too bad. What was the average score?
Same as Jessica Jones, it was actually 80.
Well, come on. Well, so I was so right. You just
No.
flipped it just to make it wrong.
Hey, I just followed this. Clearly, that thing was above it, so...
So you just did it on the list,
Yep.
by the order that the list has been printed
Yeah.
in.
The list cannot be denied.
Okay, the list can't be done. Alright, Daredevil. What did you think?
Do you mean, what do you think?
No? Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay.
This is all you.
Okay. So,
Literally,
everything is...
Jessica
right.
Jones, Jessica Jones, I may have seen like 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay. So,
Daredevil, I've seen nothing of it.
really,
Yeah, I don't even know what has happened in Daredevil.
you kind of know the story, though. Okay,
Yeah,
Matt
he goes-
Murdock goes blind, has an accident. Did you see the Ben Affleck one from the
Yes.
2000s? A bit like that, right?
I quite like that actually. I know it's-
Oh, no. Look, to be honest, I didn't see it at the cinema. I saw it at home.
Yeah.
And
same
at the
thing.
time when I saw it, I didn't think that it was terrible. I was kind of, alright, it's just
Yeah.
a film. Yeah, but I was going to say, you know Batman v Superman?
Mhm.
I think the exit poll. So what they did is, after people watched that film, when people came out of the cinema, they asked them what grade they would give the film,
Mhm.
and they gave it like a B or something,
Mhm.
which sounds respectable,
Uh-huh.
but in fact, most people give A's, because if you've just seen the film, it's too early, so you kind of think, oh yeah, that was cool, and if someone's asking you how good their film was,
Mhm.
then you don't want to just say your film was a load of rubbish, mate, right? And
Unless it's really, really bad.
yeah, so B, same score as Catwoman and Daredevil. So that's like an early indicator of how we will view this film in the future. But I still stand by my score, which whatever it wasn't as bad as
60.
60. Yeah, so it was alright. It's not alright. I did not say that. It's a terrible film, but it's a 60 out of 100.
It's above average film.
Okay, let's get back to Daredevil. So season 1 was good. They didn't tie themselves into knots, but the problem is, he is still quite weak, because he's just a guy.
Right.
In season 1, he's just walking around in sort of like a jumper,
Mhm.
and there are ninjas slashing him with katanas and stuff.
Mhm.
And eventually, he does get a suit made by
Some guy.
some guy, yeah, which is a bit like the Batsuit
Mhm.
in terms of being resistance to blades, right?
Mhm.
But you do think, well, why wouldn't you just wear something better by yourself? Like put some sort of a hockey jumper on or something. Why wouldn't you do that? Because he never even does that.
Well,
Which
maybe
is-
it's just that he thinks they'll just restrict his movement. Already, he's kind of handicapped being able to not see and having a slightly lower reaction time.
I don't know. I just think it's a bit weird, because that jumper gets sliced and diced so many times. Okay, so the world is fine, and they make references to the Avengers all the time. They do that Ant-Man joke.
What? First of all,
we should get
you're
the
right,
Avengers.
yeah,
They
right.
make the same joke.
Right. But
which-
who made it first?
I literally can't. My gut says Ant-Man, but I can't remember. But the problem with these shows is that it's funny, and it feels like you're watching a smaller story of the Marvel universe.
Mhm.
But you do feel sometimes like, I
well,
want to watch I don't want to watch the cinema. I want to watch the Avengers.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does remind you of a bigger movie, if you like. I'm happy with it. I thought it was alright.
And then you remembered, oh wait, why doesn't Tony Stark just send one of his robots?
You do think why wouldn't Tony Stark just send a robot to take this guy out? Oh, I know that people don't like the Kingpin in season 1,
Right.
but I'm kind of alright with it.
Mm.
Now, I've actually seen some of season 2 as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it less than the first one.
Okay.
I don't know, it's less exciting somehow. So, Frank Castle is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
The Punisher.
The Punisher's fine.
Oh yeah, isn't the Punisher getting his own sort of mini?
Yeah, he is. He is. I don't know. I think that they because season 2 is a lot about their relationship falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some of it doesn't make sense. So, for instance, one day his girlfriend Karen Page comes to his flat when he hadn't been to work, and they were working on sort of a case, and she finds Electra
Mm-hmm.
in his bed,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens the door and lets her. Stick opens the door and lets Karen in,
Mm-hmm.
and then she gets mad because there's a woman in his bed.
Mm-hmm.
But surely Karen, being a reasonable character up to that point in the series, would think to say, "What's up with her? What's she doing?" Because it's not like you caught him in bed with Electra. It's not like you've even caught a woman in his bed alone in his flat. There's a woman in his bed, and there's a blind guy who opened the door.
Yeah.
So that sort of doesn't make any sense. I think the reason I like it less is because Matt Murdock has become a little annoying.
Okay.
Because he's like, "We've got to take this case. We've got to help him."
Right.
And Foggy's like, "I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to take this case, but I'll take it because you're my mate and I want to help you." And then he doesn't put any work in it. And he's like, "Oh, I've got to go off with Electra to a party to save the world, yada, yada, yada." And I can understand why. If you were Foggy, you'd be pretty peeved. Because you're doing all this work that you don't want to do, that you were against, and you're having to do it because the person who instigated it has gone off somewhere with his college love. Okay, let's move on. We're rattling through these, aren't we?
Of course. So, number 3. The big 3 now.
Okay, what did I write? Okay, the big 3.
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, okay, I've done that one. Number 3, I have The Flash.
Well, number 3, I have The Arrow, but we've already done that miles
Okay.
ages ago.
And the real number 3 is
iZombie.
iZombie.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same score as Jessica Jones.
Yes, you did.
And what did you have?
I had 75 for iZombie,
Okay.
averaging out at 82.5.
So why don't you tell me what did you like about it?
Shouldn't we first talk about what we did like about it?
Well, because I like all of it.
Right.
I like the.
If you liked all of it, then why did you only give it 90? Where's the 10 gone? Huh?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Well, no, I had it as number 1. I had iZombie as number 1.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So there.
Yeah, but your number 1 is also, your 90 is also the same as Jessica Jones.
Yes, yeah. But I've having progressed a bit longer with iZombie. I think I prefer iZombie actually. I think it's just funny and I like funny shows.
Yeah.
So I think it has good characters, and I think it's got round that inconsistency problem, which annoys me.
What inconsistency?
Where a character will do something and then 2 episodes down the line he'll do something completely against the nature of that character, and you think, what you were like an upstanding guy 2 episodes ago. Why are you murdering people willy-nilly? And they've got around it because they're saying the zombie takes on the personality of the dead
Yeah.
person they've just eaten, the brains of the deceased.
So
They've gotten around it, and I got no. It works in that world where she can just be whatever
she wants
every episode, and it'll still kind of be fine.
It'll say, "Oh, it's just the brain.
It's just the brain. It's just the brain. Yeah. So that's fine. I think it gives her
But at the same time, don't you think that because of this, she doesn't have her own personality?
But she does. She does because she's not on the brain all the time. She is a lot of the time. Her core character is kind of the same, isn't it? So she's still a nice person.
Until she takes a really bad break.
Until she takes a really bad break. That's true. So all the characters are pretty good. I think it's pretty funny. What do you think of the CG?
The CG?
Yeah. Or the special effects?
There's not much, is there?
There's hardly any CG. But I quite like the sequences. Initially, when I started, in this show, they're always showing...
The eye effect?
No, they're always showing a sequence where she cuts up the brain and make it into like a spaghetti bolognese or you know, stir fry or whatever. And initially I thought, oh, this is really awful. I don't want to see a human brain crushed up. But after about 5 episodes, I'm looking at it thinking, this looks quite nice. I want some.
Well, Clive had some and he was fine.
Yeah, Clive had some and he was fine. Oh, what is wrong with Clive's eyebrows? He's got really weird eyebrows.
Yeah, I just ignore it.
Right. Yep, I like all of it. Yeah. And because it's so light in nature, it doesn't bother me.
The fact that it's so bloody at times.
It's not that bloody.
Yeah.
All the characters are quite a little bit of caricatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Look at it as comedy. Don't treat it as.
Well, it is from like a
comedy.
comic book, so you know.
I mean, Jessica Jones is a comic book, but there's no comedy.
Wow, unless you read it when she was still a superhero, then it's a bit comic.
Well, that's not in the show, so, or very little of it is in the show. Well, why don't you tell me some stuff about?
I really like the opening. Oh, My Zombie. Do you know
the comic book sequence?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still, you know, even after we've had it for what, 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
I still like. I just kind of just want that forever.
Okay.
It's like
you like the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
It's like it's catchy, isn't it?
It's pretty catchy. We're approaching the end of season 2 now.
I don't know how it's going to end.
How do you feel about the progression of Blaine?
It's like, what's going on? I mean, he's done a 180.
He's done like a complete 180 because initially we're thinking this is a really evil character.
Yeah.
But now he's become more and more sympathetic.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure how much we should really spoil this since it's still quite new.
It's reasonably new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Blaine's development is interesting.
It's interesting. Oh, we should make that point about the evil character.
Which one?
The big boss.
All right.
In Max Rager.
Oh, okay, that one.
Who looks exactly like Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And he acts like a maniac.
Just like Michael
exactly
Bay.
like Michael Bay. I imagine he is basically doing an impression of Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about Michael Bay, except for through his movies. Yeah.
What do you think about the one who plays as his daughter?
She hasn't been given that much to do.
I know, but
Seduce Major. Stop seducing Major.
But you know.
Go on.
I don't know how I feel about her at all. It's like I mean we've seen her for quite a lot of episodes in season 2.
Yeah. I don't miss her. If she's not on the screen, it doesn't really
care.
bother me.
I don't really care.
Yeah. I don't think she's been given enough to do. She has a more interesting story arc now.
But even now it's not.
Yeah, but she's only just.
And you
Yeah.
say she's giving a more interesting story on now, but we are at the end.
Of season 2, but they're gonna do a season 3, aren't they? Surely.
What they don't? What they don't do a season 3?
Then I say we take our pitchforks, buy plane tickets to wherever
We need to
studios,
go.
wherever we need to go, and put it through the whoever is in charge
Yeah.
of renewing the series.
I mean, I really do like iZombie. I mean, you put iZombie as your first, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
number
that iZombie is my second.
Oh, okay.
So you know, we both ranked it quite highly, yet it's
Yeah.
still only made first.
Well, I can tell you how. Because we kind of binge watch it a little bit, where we wouldn't watch it for a couple of weeks, and then there'll be 3 episodes, and we can go through.
Mm-hmm.
It annoys me slightly because I always find myself thinking, God, I wish the next episode
Would come out.
Would come out. God, what? Like how many days now? Yeah, so I do that though. I do really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. So
Thumbs up from us.
So we're now so you know, there's only 2 left.
There is only 2 left, and I am surprised that these are the 2 because
Yeah.
I've got them as 3 and 4, and you have them as
9 and 1.
like what?
because there's a from that you should be able to work out which one is which, really.
Yeah, I can. So number 2 is going to be Agent Carter.
And the number 1 is clearly.
Oh, wait, let's not do that one. Let's save that
They
one.
know what it is. We already gave them the list.
Okay, it's the Flash.
Yes.
Okay, well, number 2, Agent Carter. Why did you give it number 9?
Well, it's part of the unranked.
Oh, okay, so you haven't given it a score.
Yeah, but I haven't given it a score, so we've just gone off yours.
Okay, so it's not really number 9, is it?
Well, both Daredevil and Agent Carter, because I haven't seen either of them, they're both ranked 9 on my paper. Which, by the way, is still 2 ranks above Gotham.
So 2 shows that you haven't seen are ranked higher than Gotham.
That's right.
What is up with DC, man? All their shows are rubbish. Batman v Superman is rubbish. Gotham is rubbish. Supergirl is less rubbish, but it's still pretty rubbish in our list.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Agent Carter. You haven't seen any of it.
I've seen 1 or 2 episodes.
You've
That's
seen
not
one.
enough, really, to make an opinion.
Okay, I think it's pretty good. It's a period, which makes it different to everything else. Everything else is set in the modern era, whether this is set in the past.
So everything's really set already. They can't really deviate from it. In anything, this is a little bit like Gotham in the fact that
Yeah, you're right.
it could only get worse.
No, because you don't know how she founded the
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Isn't it called the something? Well, yeah, we don't, because she worked in, what is it called? I'm tempted to say USSR, but I don't think it is that.
I think that was formerly known as the USSR.
Yes, I think she's working there now. That we don't know how she finds Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There are interesting things they can do with it. I mean, for instance, they won't do it, but they can conceivably put in 4. Though 4 could appear in this. I mean, he's not going to, but they can do that. Because Four's, thousands of years old, so he could be.
He could
be here.
He could, but again, very unlikely since I don't think 4 visit the mortal realm.
No. Anyway, I think it's fine. I don't. And I know we mentioned this last time. Going back to Supergirl a little bit, they're always banging on about how feminism. Not that there's anything wrong inherently with feminism,
But it was like a major problem
like
back in the day, though.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm saying Agent Carter does it a lot better. They don't sort of
Rub
hit
it
you
in your
over the
face.
head. Yeah, they don't rub it in your face. They just say, okay, it's a bit sexist. She's gonna get stuff done, and she's ordering these men around. You know, and I say this in inverted commas, air quotes. she kind of knows her place. A little bit. There are scenes where she says, "Okay, you've got to take the credit for it." Blah blah blah. So you could say she's working for the greater good. I haven't gotten that far into season 2, just simply because there are so many shows. So I haven't gotten that far. It's easy to understand. It's pretty easy to understand. 2 Brits as leads. Thought about that. We've got Jarvis and Peggy. They're both pretty good. There's not much fighting in it.
Oh, there's a few guns.
Yeah, but there's not really any big fights. I think it's all to do with the leads. It's all to do with sort of their chemistry. Oh, there are some CG now because there's people who's turned invisible and...
Yeah, and there's also that mysterious compound thing.
What?
That mysterious compound that the woman's got inside her body that consumes everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, isn't that the same black stuff from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
You mean from the obelisk?
The obelisk, yeah. It looks exactly the same.
It is, but it could be a red herring.
It could be a red herring, but it looks exactly like it. I'm going to keep watching it. I quite like it.
Okay.
But, let's go on to The Flash, since we can both talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
So, our number 1?
Yep, our number 1, The Flash. So do you want me to start, or do you want to start?
Well, you can start, because I've started all of them. I had it as number 3.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But, okay, let's talk about what we put as our rating. What did you write?
87.
87?
Yeah.
Well, I had it at 80.
Okay, so I like it more than you do?
Probably. But at the same time, it is my most in this list.
Right. It's the highest you've scored.
It's the highest I've scored. So this is the only one that we've got right on. I got right on this average list.
Oh, really?
Oh wait, no, sorry. I take that back. Only 2.
The best and the worst.
The best and the worst. So in other words, the only scale that matters.
It's the only. All right. Okay. So what people can take away is watch The Flash and don't watch Gotham.
Yes.
Which I think is solid advice.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on. You continue.
Fair enough. Okay. So, well, let's start with season 1 first.
Okay,
Okay,
you have to remind me because it's
season
all
1.
blur to me.
Really? Insert special sound effect here.
Go on.
Ugh. That was terrible. I hope you're proud of yourself.
I am pretty proud of it. It just came to me.
It came into you like a flash.
Yeah, like a flash, precisely. Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
Like I said.
God,
Flash.
you're quick.
Thank you. Okay. Storyline first. Basically, season 1 is a bit of an origin of Flash.
Yes, it is.
And then we essentially, for the first couple of episodes, it's Villain of the Week.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
But in the background there is like an overarching storyline happening.
Yeah, there is an overarching season arc. Okay, so what do you think of it? Most people have seen season 1, surely.
Yeah.
If they haven't,
Tell them to go
out.
see. Well, they could be listening to it outside already, so they can't really go out anymore.
Go on.
Well, yeah. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Right. So what did you like about it?
What did I like about it?
Yeah, you gave it a good ranking.
I thought the characters were solid. 1. Barry Allen was good. He's like a bit nerdy. He's a bit, but at the same time,
look.
What?
I don't like Cisco. It's not that I don't like Cisco. He's a bit annoying.
I think he's okay.
All right, fine.
I think he fits that's like super nerdy archetype really well. He's like he gets impressed and of
I don't know.
everything.
I feel like they don't look as intelligent as they are portrayed in the series.
Okay.
I mean, Harrison Wells,
Fantastic.
he looks smart, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
does look clever.
Yes.
Whereas Cisco, you think, really? Are you really that smart? You don't look that smart to me. And I guess it's similar to I've just lost her name. Caitlin.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I feel like, oh, well, she doesn't.
Really? I think Kaylin, if you ask me on like, Kaylin looks smarter than Cisco.
You're right, but she doesn't look as smart as she's supposed to be. Yeah, so I don't know. There's that. There's a lot of references in the Flash. So many references.
Yes,
We've got
there is.
Wally West.
Mhm.
We've got the Flash from Earth 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of references to other series.
Well, they do a lot of Flash and
Arrow crossover. They've done it like 5 or 6 episodes by now.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Which they're always pretty enjoyable. Like,
Yeah, they're all enjoyable.
do you know that when Flash started, because Arrow had been going for a season or 2.
I
So-
think probably, I know they definitely finished all of the first season.
So when Flash started, Arrow was rated higher.
Mhm.
So they shoved the Flash on the Arrow show,
Mhm.
sort of to
Boost rating.
boost ratings, and now how the tables have
Turned.
turned.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you think? Do you? I mean, there are problems with it. Do you think it's a bit weird, the relationship between Barry and what is basically his sister?
Uh,
Does anyone else find that a bit strange?
no. Well, it's a bit. Well, you could say it's a bit weird, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I've heard weirder stories
Right.
in comic books.
Okay. Oh, you mean like Quicksilver and his sister?
Yeah.
Um,
They are sisters, brother and sisters.
They are
in-
brothers and sisters, yeah.
And there is this more incest.
Yeah, it's very weird. Okay, let's go on. I think the CG is really good. They can really do.
The gorilla was pretty good. Do you know?
Oh,
what
I'm
it-
talking about the speed sequence, the
Oh,
high speed chase.
Yeah,
sequences.
that's one.
They were all pretty good.
Hmm.
Having said that, they were pretty good in Smallville. So it seems like they've got
Yeah,
that. They've had that right
Yeah.
for a while. I mean, it's even better now, of course. But they were pretty good in Smallville. What do you think What do you think of the powers?
He's broken as hell. Honestly, a speedster is broken.
I
as a
just
power.
think it's so wildly inconsistent, and they forget their powers.
Yes, that happens.
Sometimes they can phase through things. There was that time he's in the prison, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Phase through the prison? You did this a few episodes
But,
again."
yeah, but in that prison, it was explained why he couldn't do it.
But he does it eventually. In
Yeah,
Earth 2.
Yeah.
And then he just does it anyway.
Yeah, but only because
The vibration is wrong.
yeah.
But my issue isn't that he couldn't do it initially. My issue is that it took someone to remind him that he could do it. That guy from the opposite side of the
Yes, I know.
cell, he's like, "Oh, you just vibrate, blah, blah, blah."
Well, that one's actually just him.
Yeah. Do you think look, to tell the truth, I'm a little bit sick of every single baddie being a speedster.
Well, I haven't- no, his always like main villain has been speedsters,
Yeah.
which I think, well, I can understand why though. I mean, you can't exactly have like a massively overpowered strength guy fight against a speedster, can you? All that's gonna happen is he's gonna run around in circles, and that's
Well, I think you can. It just depends on how you write it. This guy is so dense that he's impervious to any forms of attack. You can hit him all you like, but it doesn't hurt. He's the Hulk.
Yeah.
You can sort of do it, even though they're in different comic books.
Yeah.
You can sort of do it.
But, you know, if you want him to fight, you know, that's still not, doesn't feel like it's even ground. And I don't think that would make it interesting.
Okay, I see what your point. You're saying when you have someone whose main thing is speed, then his villains are also fast. This makes sense. But is it not a bit annoying where the solution to every single problem is to run a bit faster?
Except for that one
Except
episode.
because when he was to run a bit slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from that one, every other episode is, well, what can we do now? You just got to run faster.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm being a bit of a downer on it, but I like this series, so.
I do.
Yeah.
You're ruining this for me.
Am I? Okay.
No.
Look, we've got to mention that episode where we were both watching it, and we both went, "What?" at the same time. Where he goes, "Oh, we should explain, in case people don't know, that every time he time travels, what happens?"
Oh, right, that one.
Okay, so there's a rule in this series which says that basically
Don't change time.
don't change time, because whenever you change time,
Something messes up.
so what is his solution?
Change time.
And we both went, "What? Have you not learned anything?" On those other two times where you changed the timeline.
Yeah, the first time he does it, what does he do? He makes things worse by Cisco getting kidnapped and someone learning about his secret identity.
And the second time?
Second time he didn't really change anything. He just, his other self had to stop him.
Yeah.
Saying,
Don't change time. Don't change time, Barry. He goes, "Oh, okay. I'll just go back to the past and not really change anything." But he goes back to the past and changes everything.
Yeah. That was a bit silly.
So bizarre.
Right. Actually, are we allowed to say who Harrison Wells is in this?
Yeah. Sure.
Because, you know, it is season 1 stuff.
Go on. Yeah.
But, you know, I think it's like kind of a semi...
It doesn't matter. Go on. This here, yeah.
Right. You know, Harrison Wells is originally... I won't say Kayla... Barthon, yeah. I think, for some reason I want to say it was Kayla DeFarm. That's a completely different thing.
Go on.
And it's a bit weird.
How do you mean?
Well, we're told how this happens, but then in season 2 we see that the Reverse Flash travels to his time in modern time now.
Yes.
And then, you know, he's forced that scientist to let him go back to his world. But that sort of doesn't really match up with...
Yeah, I think this series is really, really...
It's really hot, and the time travelling is a bit too
They've tied themselves into so many knots now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a bit too much.
Yeah. What do you think about this series being a launch pad for so many different other ones?
Because basically of the...
Like Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, that. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't really mind.
Okay.
But we did kind of just lose, like, the Prison Break brothers.
Look, I don't like them. Like I said, I think I said in the last podcast, it doesn't make sense that they're there.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're in the comic book series. They're an integral group.
I'm sure they
Flash
are,
universe.
but it hasn't translated to the screen.
Yeah, it hasn't translated well. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's not as funny as it thinks. I think the show thinks it's really funny, but it isn't as funny as it thinks.
Yeah, horribly.
Yeah. What do you think of Joe?
He's fine. He's fine. He's just Joe. He's just regular old Joe.
Okay.
I mean, there's not much I could really ask more of him.
Okay.
I mean, what would you ask him more to do, really?
I don't know. I feel like he's been given a lot of chances. He is a mainstay of this series, right? But I feel like I don't know if he's not just been given the material or whatever it is. He hasn't really. He's not that important.
Yeah, he does feel.
It's weird that they've spent so much time on him, but he's not really that integral to them.
I know, but no. Oh, that's not true. It feels more like his story, his role is just to move the story forward. But he, instead of forming his own sort of being.
You see, I disagree with you. I don't think he moves the story forward. I think he just comes along for the ride.
I don't think so. He's the one who, he's the one with the whole, I don't trust Harrison Wells, yada yada. I need, I need dead police boyfriend guy. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Something porn.
Eddie.
Eddie, yeah. Who's, he's the one who told Eddie to do the whole search thing.
Right, but the important thing is that it doesn't have to be him. It can be anyone. It could be Eddie, or it could be the daughter. It could be anyone. It doesn't have to be him. What I'm saying is, look, Harrison Wells feels integral to the plot.
Well,
if anything, Harrison Wells gives more fatherly advice to Barry than Joe does. He teaches him sort of.
Season 2, we should probably
season 2 as well. Well, season 1 as well. He teaches him sort of. In season 2, he sort of start teaching him sort of the moral code as well.
Yeah,
a bit, saying, I'm gonna get my daughter back. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have given Zoom all your powers, but I'm a nice guy, really. So happy.
No, you're not.
Kind of thing.
I will murder whoever teases my daughter. Yes. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, so I think it's a really good idea that they put him back because that show lacked
a real villain.
A formidable villain. Yeah. I've got to tell you, I was disappointed with the main villain of the second series being another speedster, and he doesn't really do anything different to the first one.
Yeah.
I just wish that there was greater differentiation.
Yeah,
somehow.
Zoom hasn't really
done anything.
Yeah, I think Zoom is lacking in development. He is. All we get is he's evil. He's faster than Barry. We need to defeat him.
Yeah.
But
Harrison Wells was a much more interesting character.
But at the same time, couldn't we say that about the Reverse Flash?
No, because the Reverse Flash, they spend a lot of time going, oh, is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? Why does he have to sue? What does it all mean? Why is he teaching him all this stuff? Oh, is he kind of a mole? Why is he trying to train him to be faster? It seems he really cares for him. And even in the finale, he says, having spent so much time with you, I really started to consider you like a son. Blah, blah, blah.
But that wasn't Barry, though. That was Cisco.
I'm pretty sure he said it to Barry as well.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I know
he said basically, my fault to you, so before he did the whole chest burst.
So he's more rounded, isn't he? He does have emotions, unlike Zoom, which is just pow 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 pow.
Yeah. What do you think of the latest reveal of who Zoom is?
Saw it coming.
Okay. How do you feel of Barry's reaction?
Absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Horrendously stupid. What is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Have you not? This is one of those over knots. I'm like, what? Where have you been? Yeah. So should we spoil it?
No.
Suffice to say, the big lesson from season 1
has
not been learned. And he's
too.
Yeah. So that was another moment when we both went. What? What?
It seems
you're meant to be a smart man.
Yeah.
Be smart.
Exactly.
Idiotic. Anyway, I think we should stop talking because the more we talk about it, the worse.
You say that, but I still love it.
I like it.
I really do like it.
I like it, but I don't feel the same sense of anticipation than for the other series. I feel like, oh, okay, there's only one episode. I'm happy to wait another couple of weeks.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm happy to wait another couple of weeks to So you have 2 reserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so we've reached the end.
Yeah, so we've reached the end.
Do you know what we haven't talked about? Which we're not going to talk about.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
Limitless.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
I don't believe we forgot Limitless in the list. The problem is when I made this list, Limitless was during the closed season,
Yeah.
so we hadn't seen it for ages,
Mm.
and I just forgot to put it on the list.
Oh, well, it's fine.
We'll just leave it for
Another time.
Yeah, we'll just leave it for another time.
I think we'll just do a complete season finale finish of Limitless review. So it's almost done, isn't it?
Yeah, we should do. Maybe like, make it really short, like 20, 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but we've got to do Avengers, which comes out next week. I think we get it earlier than everyone else.
Yeah. Avengers is already out in the US and stuff.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can show you the listing of when it comes out. And then I'm going to tell you the upsetting news of China.
No, I don't want to talk about that. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the Jungle Book, we don't get that in May.
I was really looking forward to the Jungle Book, and then they were like, "Well, you don't get it till May."
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand why we don't get the Jungle Book.
Yeah, that does. I mean, why does China, our neighboring, what do you say, country? Our neighbours.
Our other
Neighbour.
not neighbour. Okay.
Yeah, just
the
call it-
other geographical landmass.
Yeah, gets it now. Well, we still have to wait another month and a bit.
I don't understand why people in China would enjoy the Jungle Book more than I would.
Exactly. It's clearly not their bare necessity, is it?
It's not a bare... No, you're right. It's not their bare necessities. You're right. I mean, I'm tempted to tell them to just... I'm tempted to tell them that they'll get a higher... a higher... Well, not higher score, but it'll be better received if they released it here first. All they'd have to do is trust in me. So hard to work that in. Myself.
And I believe that's all.
Okay,
folks.
what are you going to date
What?
for Captain America? Has it been released?
It's not being released in here.
No, I mean in America. See, May 6th.
No.
Yes. We get it first.
Oh, it premieres in the USA on 12th of April.
Yeah, that's different. We get it first.
Okay, then on 27th then is
Wednesday.
Is it a Wednesday or is it a Thursday?
I'm pretty sure it's a Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday.
Okay. Well, let's sign off for this podcast because we're just rambling now.
Yep.
So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from
Me.
Have a good one. See you for the Avengers. Bye.
Meep meep.
What?